Here we will discuss about DNA packaging. But before that, we should understand its physical appearance. So can you tell me how long this double helix be, or what is the length of it? Let me tell you an interesting fact. If all the DNA from a single cell is pulled out and stretched, then it would touch approximately 2.2 meters. Yes, it's that long. But if the DNA is stretched so long, then how does it fit in such a tiny nucleus, in the small nucleus? We know that the cell is extremely small and tiny, and the nucleus occupy a very small portion or in this tiny cell. So how does such a long stretch of DNA does fit in such a tiny place? So the answer is quite simple. How do we fit a long telephone wire in a small space? That's using the process of coiling. So similarly, coiling of DNA helps reduce its volume and fits it into a tiny nucleus. But what does it coils around? Is there any support for the structure, or does the long stretch coiled around itself? So there are highly specialized proteins which are useful for coiling and help us in this coiling. So these are called as histone proteins. So here we are going to discuss this packaging in the prokaryotes and then in eukaryotes. So let's see the packaging in the prokaryotes. So what do you mean by prokaryotes? Pro means what? Primitive, and karyotes means nucleus. So where primitive nucleus is present, that is called as prokaryotes. In prokaryotes, your nucleoid is a small, circular, highly folded, naked ring of DNA which is 1100 micron long in perimeter. So here prokaryote cell, as we know here, lack nuclear membrane and defined nucleus. Defined nucleus is not present. DNA being negatively charged is held with some proteins having positive charge in a region that is termed as nucleoid. The DNA in nucleoid is organized in large loops held by proteins. So here you can see in this picture, like from the nucleus, if DNA is removed, the length will be approx 2 meter, and how it will be coiled like the telephone wire to fit in the nucleus. So if well-defined nucleus is not present in the prokaryotes, then where this DNA lies? As in eukaryotes, DNA lies inside the nucleus. But in prokaryotes, well-defined nucleus is not present. You may have seen the bacterial cell, yes, where DNA is present like this. So you can see here, DNA lies in the prokaryotic cell in the cytoplasma. Okay, this is the cytoplasma. It is supercoiled, means coiled and recoiled. How? With the help of RNAs and non-histone basic proteins like polyamines. As we know, in prokaryotes, histone proteins are not present. They are absent. Yes? So, histone-like proteins like polyamines, they help in the coiling of DNA in the prokaryotes. As we know here, DNA is negatively charged molecule due to phosphate. It means that some negatively charged material, that you can say protein, may surround over it, or we can say negative charge will bound with it in simple manner, you can say. So DNA lies in cytoplasma as it don't have nucleus. So histone is what? Histone is a protein around which DNA is coiled, but as it is prokaryotic cell, So prokaryotic cell don't have nucleus, don't have this well-defined nucleus, and histone proteins also is not found in the prokaryotes. So we had given the name non-histone basic proteins, the proteins which are found in prokaryotes, that is named as polyamines. Why given the name polyamines? Poly means many, amines means, this functional group NH2. Yes, where this functional group is present, that is called as amines. So the functional group NH2 is present somewhere, that is amines, and amines actually makes the protein. Yes, so here there are proteins and as many proteins, but it's not histone proteins. As prokaryotes don't have histone proteins, but they have to do something, yes, to pack the DNA. Means they have to manage without histone proteins. Yes, in the packaging of DNA. Now the compact mass of DNA is called nucleoid or prochromosome. So here, why nucleoid? Nucleoid means similar to nucleus. It means similar to nucleus, and prochromosome is what? Like chromosome. Similar to chromosome. Now you can see here, this is a structure to fit within the bacterial cell. Here the chromosome DNA must be compact, about 1,000 folds. Yes, so here proteins organize the DNA into loops. Here you can see the circular chromosomal DNA. So here protein helps them to organize into loops. Here formation of loops, and in center you can see here the yellow part, that is what the DNA binding proteins. So looped chromosomal DNA associated with protein, you can see here it looks like floral structure. The number of loops varies according to the size of the bacterial chromosome or according to their species. So here E. coli has 50 to 100 with 4,000 to 40,000 to 80,000 base pair of DNA in each. Let's see the next supercoiling structure. Here the DNA, circular DNA, here the coiling structure, looped structure, and here you can see supercoiling of DNA takes place. So supercoiling is the second important way to compact the bacterial chromosome. So supercoiling within the loops create a more compact chromosomes. Here you can see circular unfolded DNA. Yes, circular unfolded DNA. Then the size is here 350 μ in diameter in the first picture. So now this is further reduced to 30 μ in diameter because of folding or looping. Now 40 to 50 domain loops are formed here, and then formation of loops is assisted by RNA connectors. You can see here RNA connectors. Each domain is further coiled and supercoiled here, thereby reducing the size down to 2 μ in diameter. So this coiling or packaging is assisted by the positively charged histone-like DNA binding proteins, as histone is not present in prokaryotes. And some enzymes also helps in that, like DNA gyrase enzyme and DNA topoisomerase 1 for maintaining the supercoiled stage. So this is the DNA packaging which is shown in this diagram in prokaryotes. So this way we had understand the packaging of DNA in the prokaryotes. Now we will discuss in the packaging of DNA in eukaryotes. So arrangement of DNA in eukaryotic chromosome. Here you can see in eukaryotic the DNA is arranged around a set of positively charged basic proteins called as histone proteins. See, in eukaryotic cell, well-defined nucleus is present and this chromosomes or DNA that is present inside the nucleus. So histones are organized to form a unit of 8 molecules called as histone octamer. And the negatively charged DNA is wrapped around the positively charged histone octamer to form a structure called as nucleosomes. Let's see here. A total of 5 histone proteins helps in wrapping of DNA molecules. Yes, you can see here 5 histone proteins. Yes, these 5 histone proteins, namely H1, H2A, H2B, H3 and H4. They serve for this purpose. So specialized protein useful for coiling, they are what? Histone proteins. So among these, the H2A, H2B, H3 and H4, they comes in doubles. Yes, they comes in doubles to form a ball-like structure, something you can see here, ball-like structure which looks somewhat like this. Now, the stretch of DNA then easily wraps around the octamer form. Here if 2 to each will combine and form ball-like structure, so these 4 and 2 to each, so it forms an octamer. So what is the function this H1 serve? So basically this H1 protein helps in attaching DNA to the octamer and keeping it intact on place. In other words, we can say it helps to hold the complete structure. Yes, so this unit of the DNA string wrapped on the histone coat, that is called as nucleosome. So this structure is what called as nucleosome. So does the structure resemble something? It does. You can see it looks like beads on the string. You can see one string and here this red one is like, it is shown like beads on the string. So that wound around it. So that is the reason why the nucleosome is referred to as the beads on a string structure. So what kind of structure is obtained here from it? So this kind of coiling forms a basic unit for the formation of the chromatin structure. So yes, we know that chromatin and thus the chromosome are made up of DNA. So it is the pattern of arrangement of DNA that forms the coil and helps in the formation of chromatin structure. So here we can see the structure of histone, this octamer. Yes, histone octamer, that is DNA is wrapped around it. Yes, so histones are the set of positively charged basic proteins. Yes, and this is histones organize themselves to make a unit of 8 molecules that is known as histone octamer. And if negatively charged helical DNA is wrapped around the positively charged histone octamer, then it forms the structure that is called as nucleosome. So a typical nucleosome contains 200 base pair of DNA helix. So nucleosome constitute the repeating unit of structure in nucleus called as chromatin. The nucleosome in chromatin are seen as beads on the string structure under electron microscope. You can see here DNA in the eukaryotic chromosome, beads on a string kind of structure. So here DNA, here packaging of DNA is clearly seen, where you can see here histone proteins. Yes, you can see here histone proteins, histone octamer. Yes, plus 147 base pair of DNA. So this complete structure of nucleosome. So this is what the packaging of DNA in eukaryotes. So chromatin or chromosome, here we had understand that they are made up of DNA and histones, and in this way here it is packed so that it can be easily fitted inside the nucleus. Here you can see the structure. Nucleosomes are the repeating unit of the nucleosomes. Yes, so here which are here seen like thread-like structure, and these looks like beads on a string, which you can observe under the microscope. So chromatin showing in this diagram, chromatin showing beads on the string structure, that is what the nucleosomes. See, the packaging of chromatin at higher level, if you will study, it need additional set of proteins that are called as non-histone chromosomal proteins. In short, we can say NHC. Yes, so these non-histone chromosomal proteins, they are the additional set of proteins that contribute to the packaging of chromatin at higher level. Yes. So first one is euchromatin and other one is heterochromatin. In a typical nucleus, some region of chromatin are loosely packed and lightly stained, known as euchromatin, and this region contains active chromatin and they are fast replicating too. Whereas heterochromatin, the chromatin that is more densely packed and stains dark, are called as heterochromatin, and this region contains inactive chromatin. So this is about the euchromatin and heterochromatin. Heterochromatin is 2 to 3 times more rich in DNA than the euchromatin. Euchromatin is transcriptionally active, while the heterochromatin is transcriptionally almost inactive. That we will see in the central dogma when we will study about the transcription and translation. So in this way we had seen the packaging of DNA in prokaryotes as well as in eukaryotes. Now the same thing I want to show you in the 3D animation video so that you can see clearly how the DNA is packed in prokaryotes and in eukaryotes. So let's watch this 3D animation. Here you can see long stretched DNA and histone octamer, H1 histones. So histone, as we know, is a positively charged, yes, basic protein, and how you can see here negatively charged helical DNA is wrapped around the positively charged histone octamer, forming a structure of nucleosome, and here H1 is also attaching with it, which helps to hold the complete structure, and it forms the nucleosome. Then here you can see the coiling of it, and it looks like the beads on the string structure, which you can see under the microscope. So here in this way the chromatin is packed to form a solenoid kind of structure, and further you can see supercoiled to form a looped structure, that is called as chromatin fiber, which further coil and condense at metaphase stage to form a chromosome. So this is the solenoid formation. Now you can see that was the eukaryotic packaging. Now we will see in prokaryotes how the packaging takes place. So here is the DNA. You can see the coiling starts. Yes, how the DNA is coiled and then supercoiled with the help of RNAs and non-histone proteins. So in this way we had seen the packaging of DNA in prokaryotes and in eukaryotes.